Hey Shauna, how you been?
I've been amazing. How are you, Miss Inga?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Just busy. Always busy.
Nothing wrong with being booked and busy for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely a new outlet of how you learn everything, especially with social media and everything else. It's wow, amazing.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely love social media, especially since it gave in you time to meet and get to know each other as well. I love meeting a whole bunch of other mothers, and I love that when I ran across you were talking about autism and how you help mothers, and me being an aunt, I was very, very interested. I have a couple of cousins who have autistic on the spectrum, and then I have a couple of nephews who are severely autistic. Some speak, some scream, but they're all loving. They all have something to bring to the table. I believe that their minds just work completely differently than from the next normal person, but really we all are not normal.
We all have
We're
our
all
reports.
unique. Yeah.
So, how would you say nephews are, since on your point of view, being an aunt to an autism nephew? How would you say that you perceive everything?
Well, first he started off nonverbal. I think with one of my nephews, he's nonverbal. I'm big on they read off energies, they read off frequency and how they're treated. So anything that makes them feel away, of course, they're not going to approach it. It took my nephew a while to come to me. And that's how I actually knew I was pregnant with my daughter, because he was about 2 or 3 and he just started to just gravitate towards me and love on me later on. And I wanted to find out I was having a girl, and that's why he was more open to me, which is pretty cool. And now he's going to 8th grade. I just seen him about 2 months ago, and it's like transition from when he was small, and now 6, 7 years has went by. He speaks. I was just telling my friend how my fly swatter he had broke, but he put it back together.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, he had used the tape that was connected to it, and he just put it back together, and he just kept on doing it. And I'm like, he's one of those children that'll definitely tear something apart, take it apart, and he will definitely put it back together. And that's what I mean when I'm like, autistic minds are completely different.
that is for
Just
sure.
like you have dyslexia, dyslexic people, they may read or read things backwards or do things backwards. I do that sometimes. So
Yeah, I do too.
it works as long as you find something that works for you. Autistic children are very much geniuses, in my opinion. And a lot of people who consider normal don't know how to handle what's different.
Yeah.
So, and again, everything is taught. We were just talking, you taught your child from home before school started. Same way here. Your first teachers at home, then you have your teachers from school that help play a part, and that's where that village kind of builds in.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's what, son, like I said, he's homeschooling now. And so it's just like, we're getting him back on his schedule, but he's actually still happy to be home. He'd rather be home than be in person. So in person school. So it works. We all just have to figure out how our kids can do better, what they thrive in. And
Yeah, the big thing when it comes to learning your kids is knowing yourself.
yeah, that's true.
And like that's the biggest thing. I say that all the time. If I didn't know who I was or how I was growing up, then I definitely wouldn't be able to pinpoint little behaviors or where you may come from my son or my daughter.
Mm.
And knowing who their parents are and then hearing stories of how they grown up, it's easy pinpoint like, oh, okay, that belongs to them. That's not my genetic pool, that's theirs. It's the same thing with family. I know I'm a make it make sense person.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't, I don't know, I wouldn't say I wouldn't procreate. So when I don't completely though. And that's another thing that plays a part in your kids being diagnosed with certain things. I have a friend who got pregnant. She was dating someone and she realized later on, after her being 4 months pregnant, he was a little autistic, and that came from his mom, but he never said anything.
Yeah.
Um, and it's like conversations like that matters, because if I choose to spend my life with you or I choose to move forward with you, these are things that I would like to know. So that way it's not a shock when you can inherit things.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, because they are saying that it is genetics, and most time it comes down the family line. And some people just don't know that they have it because they learn to mask for so long, and then now they're getting diagnosed with stuff. Oh wow, I actually have autism, or I have ADHD, or any other kind of different disability, and they're just, it's amazing. It's like how much stuff is going around now, and how many people are getting diagnosed with different things. It's like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because back then, I'm a 90s baby. So everything back then, when we were getting chickenpox shots and all these other shots, I got chickenpox one time, I never got it again.
Yeah, same area.
And I can't say that for some people. And then I'm like, well, at the end of the day, after a certain time, that is no longer chickenpox. Maybe you should go get that looked at type. But the things that they're putting into our children, see, back there, we weren't wiser, and neither were our parents.
Yeah, sure.
And then now I pay attention to what goes in my body. I pay attention to what goes into my daughter's body. I don't do flu shots because I am a firm believer that it's supposed to make you sick. So when you do get sick, the same thing as COVID, it's supposed to make you sick. So that way you can be immune to it when you do get sick, but it makes you so immune that you get it more often and more frequently, and where it takes over your body. Like, I'm not big on sticking me with stuff.
Yeah.
I'll plant this, I'll buy this, I'll boil this, I'll blend this type of person that I was even telling my sister to pay attention to the numbers on your fruit. So you're really organic, or if you're getting sprayed with pesticides, that you got to clean with vinegar and baking soda.
Yeah, the water solution, vinegar and water. Yeah, I know that's the thing too. That a lot of people don't realize that it's all about our diets too. Or especially with autism and ADHD and stuff like that. I mean, it's good to actually watch your diet to try to get yourself to where you get more. I know it's more expensive, but organic is good.
Yeah, it's also in the food. That's in everything we eat. The McDonald's,
food. Yeah.
I live out here in Georgia, and we have something called Waffle House, and I just remember getting off a plane in California one day, and I just seen this big old meat box that was getting shipped somewhere, and I just had questions. And then I was back out here, and I was at Waffle House, and I was looking at this bacon, and it looks like human flesh, but it even feels funny. Like, okay, I'm not going to say it may not, that's just my mind playing tricks on me, but I don't eat pork anyway. So I literally don't eat certain things, and I don't eat it because I play tricks on me.
Yeah. No, I don't get you. I get you. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. I was going to ask you too, what would you say that is your proudest moment with your nephews or your cousins?
When it comes to my nephew, because I've seen him and I've watched him take apart stuff and put it back together, he took apart this car. It was like a little Hot Wheels little car. It was really one of them Dollar Tree cars, like ones you can take apart. But he took it apart and just put it back together. So I was like, oh yeah, mechanic. We definitely got to get him in the mechanical field, because why not? Or the engineering field, because he'll literally take some. Give him the microwave. Give him a microwave and give him a screwdriver. He might just take that thing away, and he might put it back together. I don't know, but I'm super duper excited for him because he's only in the 8th grade.
And he can only go up from there, right?
Only up from there, and it's like I've watched him from when he was younger to now. So I don't know. That's a proud moment. Just, I love all my nieces and my nephews because they all bring something special into this world. And just to be the auntie that sees it, that's a proud moment in itself, because it's like usually the auntie is the biggest encourager too.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Great relationship. Yeah. So definitely proud moment. I can't wait to see what they're all doing. Like my little cousins, they're my daughter's age, so they're like 6 and 7. But as far as my nephew, he's almost a whole freshman and just started 8th grade. So
yeah.
I'm excited for what's to come for him and with him.
Yeah, and I always say they all have their own little superpowers. Like my son, I always say his superpower, he's really good with numbers. And so that's his superpower, and he just remembers everything. I'm just like, so it's just amazing. You can ask him like, oh, when was your last appointment that you went to the dentist? And because we'll forget, of course, because we have so many appointments and we forget about things. And we'll ask him, he's like, oh, it was May 10th, 2024. I'm like, what? Was it really?
Like, was it on the calendar? So that's a good, like, little secretary to have in your back pocket, because it's like, look, write this down, and at least you know everything is going to be documented down.
Yeah, exactly. That you know, that's the way how we are. We always ask him like, "Oh, Marty, when's the last time you went to dentist, or when's the last time you saw your doctor, or when do we see?" I mean, he even knows the when we see our doctors and when we're going to see him, and it's just like amazing. Like you just tell him a date and he'll remember it.
Yeah, the fact that he keeps up with himself is a beautiful, beautiful thing, for sure, for sure. Because he takes it serious.
Hmm. Yeah, that's for sure. Yes.
Takes it serious. So that's good, because you'll meet a lot of kids who don't take the, certain things serious, including like the kids who have like the EpiPens. I know kids who have EpiPens, and some of them don't keep up with their health. And it's like, yeah, they're younger, but you got to take it serious, because this is still your life too.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. Yes.
I love that he's responsible enough, and he knows, and he takes it serious.
Hmm. Yeah. So I mean, he even knows like our presidents. He knows all the our presidents. He knows like when was George Washington born. He'll know that. He knows when Walt Disney was born, when he passed. He knows all this stuff.
Oh, he's the fun fact person too, but he's the fun fact on things people wouldn't even think about.
Yeah, exactly. So he's
He
a fun little guy.
does really great on the geography map, because I was just telling my friend how every time they had us do geography maps, I always, if it wasn't Nevada, Colorado, if it wasn't over there, I knew where Texas were like the obvious ones. It was like the rest of that, I was like, But shoot, if he can do good on one of those, like,
Oh yeah.
he's got to, for sure. That means he has a photographic memory, and that's dope.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think, because I mean, we used to drop, like, say we're driving around and he'll take a nap. Say he's like when he was younger, and he'll take a nap and he'll wake up and he'll know exactly where we are. I was like, how do
That's
you know
smart.
where we are? No, so
Yeah, I love that. And you said, how old is he?
he's 13.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, just got into the 8th grade too, like your nephew. So next year.
My son just hit his sophomore year yesterday.
Wow.
The-
So far.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Did you see my phone is just buzzing? That's great. She passed her exam. So,
You want to go ahead and tell people about yourself?
oh, well,
Sure.
hello, everybody. My name is Shaunna Brewer. I am a licensed financial wellness advisor. And I work with a company called PFS. And what do I do at my company? What do I do? How do I help families? I actually help mothers. I give them an extra incentive of several streams of income. I also help them get licensed with the state they are in, so they can work independently. So that way they have a 1099 and a W-2 part-time, so you choose. But it just opens up more free time, gives them more money in their pocket. We were talking, me and England, our kids are homeschooled. Mine is homeschooled. I work from home. I work on my time. I work by a schedule. So it accommodates her being homeschooled, so that way when she's out of school, mom can give all of her time. I have time to wash clothes, because I know it's some moms out there who have not put up those clothes that they washed last week. So I have been there. I understand.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Never
Our
ending.
little the dishes that's been in the sink for 2 days, just get up and just go wash them. Like, so I get it. So, but yes, having the opportunity to still do your everyday lifestyle, still work, and then still bring in extra income on the side, is definitely a passion of mine, as well as educating families and financials. Also help families build their financial houses, not only for themselves, but also their children. So IRAs, educational accounts, emergency funds, retirements or investments, definitely. You can feel free to reach out to me on Facebook at RoShaunna Brewer, or on Instagram at ShaunnaB90. I also do life insurance. I also do investments. So if you have a policy and you've never got it looked over before and you just want a second opinion, you can reach out to me as well. If you don't have a policy and would like to be interested in hearing more about how to get one on yourself, your spouse, your children, or which is the best type for you, again, feel free to reach out. Again, I am Shauna B, and thank you, Inga, for having me so much.
Yes, of course. I mean, I have your information too also in the description, so people can also reach you that way. And also probably a little bio if you want to write a bio and tell people about yourself too. So we'll have all that in your description. And yeah, great. I'm a great guest too. Been happy to have you. And is there anything else you wanted to share?
I'm sure if anyone has any questions, they will reach out to you or they'll reach out to me directly. I do referral credit as well. So I do a $50 incentive for whatever referrals for any services that I may provide as well. That even goes for you. So if you have some people who are interested in legal protection, identity theft, mortgage loans, anything of the services that me and you had talked about, definitely shoot them my way, and there's definitely referral credit that's attached to that too.
Okay, great. That sounds good. All right, well, I guess we can end it here, right? Mary, good?
Yeah, great call.
Yeah, it's great having you. Great meeting you, chatting with you, and I'm sure we'll meet again. I'm sure we're gonna talk.
We will enjoy the rest of your day.
Too.
The song keeps blowing up.
Yes.
Booked and busy.
Yeah. It's gonna be busy, but then also it's very tiring. Crashes and fun. All right, well, have a good day. Nice
You
talking with you.